Thursday, like you said, yeah,
Court
Thursday.
marriage, right?
So no, Thursday is introduction. Friday court marriage.
Okay.
And then Saturday is the actual traditional wedding. And then Sunday you go to church and give thanks. Yeah.
All right, so welcome to another episode of Diasporas podcast. So I got my brother Jeff Lucene coming back.
Yeah, thank you for having me,
man.
bro. I'm
Yes,
doing
sir,
good,
yes,
man.
sir.
Doing good. Have you been?
Man, just chilling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with the new congratulations to you. You're the latest groom.
Oh, thanks, bro.
of the
Thanks.
crew.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I wanna start with though. So you marry a beautiful lady from Nigeria.
Nigeria,
Yeah, she's from Yoruba tribe like I am as well. So
yeah.
I was that for you. Like, have you been exposed to like traditional weddings in Haiti? Or?
Not at all. Like, to be honest, she had to teach me a lot of things. I have to watch a lot of YouTube videos, like, no lie, I have to watch a lot of YouTube videos because in Haiti our culture is like the way our marriages is like exactly as American culture.
Oh, really?
So you all just have a normal church, and then after that you go to your honeymoon. That's it. But the only difference is like Haitian wedding are like super long at the church.
Super long at the church.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's like a full-on service,
Like
8 hour long.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Are they like
Yeah.
introducing like family members?
No, it's not even that. It's just like a
lecture?
full-on service. They have to pray, preach, read the Bible, and then do the wedding.
But it's all one day, right?
Yeah, it's all in one day, but it's just like 8 hour long. And as of for here, they just do the wedding. They present the groom and the bride. They set their vow, and then they go home.
Right.
But in Haiti, it's not like that.
Right.
Everybody's there, and then there's a full-on service. The pastor have to preach and all that. So it's just another service.
So do you think Asian wedding? I think I said that right.
Haitian.
Asian, yeah, I said it right.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more influenced with French culture, or is it just English?
To be honest, I don't know what the French culture like. I don't know what French weddings look like. Yeah. So I would say mostly an American wedding, but it's just like shorter.
Right.
I would say like probably French is the same thing as here. Not being biased, but I feel like it would be the same. So to be honest, like, I grew up that way. I don't know how it used to be back then, but my mom got married this way. Like, my grandparents get married that way. So I feel like, but at the end though, how it started is more like family. Before you marry somebody, your family have to go talk to their family to see if those people are good people, or the family you're getting into are the good families. So because they're not gonna let anybody. For example, back in the day, if somebody have a thief in their family, nobody would want to marry into that family.
Right.
And others so like, oh, we don't want our grandparents, our grandkids to have like theft tendency, So all those things, yeah. So so that's basically. So that's all he used back in the day. But as we are growing up, like social media and all that, so it's not as much. They don't do as much research.
Anymore?
But no, they don't do as much research. It's more like what kind of family they are. If you're looking for a Christian family, it's gonna be Christian. Like, it's all depends on like religion now. It's mostly religion based.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So when your wife first told you about like the steps of the marriage, of the wedding and all that.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. But since we first started dating, she told me about everything. So she was clear from the beginning. She was like, this is what's gonna happen, this is what you have to do, like all those things. So I was learning and preparing for it at the same time.
Were you excited or were you nervous?
I was excited. So I was kind of nervous for my family, because I know my family can be sometime like not grasp certain concept as fast.
Right.
But but they enjoyed it. Because
many
the reason why they enjoy it is because there's so much prayer going on throughout the entire thing. So they were like, we enjoy it because of like in Haiti, yeah, we do pray at the church, but it's not like that. Like, it's almost like every step you pray, like they pray for me, and then when she comes, they pray for her, my family have to pray for her, and then both family pray for us, and then we pray for each other. So all those steps, my family is like, it just like all throughout the night, it was like you're just getting blessing on blessing on blessing,
Right.
and my family enjoyed that.
Right, right. So now let's go back to like, the steps, because I feel like Nigerian wedding, there's so many part of it now on YouTube, and people have turned into like,
Yeah.
I feel like I personally feel like, it's always been like this, but I think with the competitive part of Nigerian culture, we're very competitive people. We like to outdo each other.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's become more like almost like a movie, like cinematic. I mean, I see some of the pictures on YouTube or Instagram. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Where are these
yeah.
people? But the tendencies was there. If someone has a big party or a big wedding, everybody talks about it. Everybody, it become like a, I don't even know how to. It become like a thing. People like, man, their wedding was so
late.
so-
Yeah.
yeah,
I
so
was like,
late.
oh man, I haven't seen a wedding like that before. Like, to be honest, like, we didn't go for like, oh, let's impress everybody.
Right.
We just wanted to have something that we both enjoyed, like where everybody can come and enjoy themselves. So the step is like you know. So we had a court wedding first.
Okay.
We were supposed to have the introduction first, but since it was gonna take more time and money,
Right.
so we ended up doing the court first, because the court, you just go to the court and get married, and then we do the introduction. But we do have the big actual wedding coming up in 2024, and that's gonna be in Nigeria, where we'll be traveling.
sir.
Yeah, where we'll be
Sir.
traveling to have that actual wedding.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
now let's go back to the introduction. So I want to be explaining this from. I don't want to be the one speaking for it because I know it's my culture, but I feel like you can explain it from the way you say or how you understand it. So what did you understand about the introduction part of the wedding?
It's like similar to what we have in Haiti. Is they similar, but we don't gather everybody in one place. So in Haiti, the way it is, like when the guy family is introducing his family to the woman's family, they come with gift and all that. So they come back in the countryside. They walk from their house to the other house, because in the countryside is like most of the houses are like they far apart, but there's not a lot of cars there, so they walk, and then they carry everything with them as they're singing along, and they're coming to actually acknowledge the woman's family, and then like present their son. It's similar, but it's just like the way it was. It's like gather a bunch of people in one spot, and it's just like, hey,
It's a party.
we're being introduced, like, yeah. And then it was like the way I walk by myself dancing with the guy that's behind me dancing, and then from her coming in like dancing. It was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it was really good.
And I'm gonna try to even elaborate a little bit just to explain. So Nigerian wedding have different process. The introduction part is like the meeting of the two families,
The two families,
grooms
yes.
and the groom and the bride family, to introduce each other. And the reason why they used to do this back in the day is so that people don't marry to each other's family, so that way you can know all your extended family, because this is before Instagram and YouTube and all that.
Yeah, makes sense.
And also, then it's all decided how big the party was gonna be between the two families. However you guys want to do it. You guys turn yours to a party, which is beautiful. I love it. It was amazing. But there's some part of the introduction wedding that I want to also point out. So do you notice that when you were about to be introduced, your wife was introduced first, and she came in with all her friends. They were dancing. It was like spraying money on her. People were like giving her the attention. And it's almost like welcome to the family, kind of. So back in the day, that would be like mostly your family member that would be there. That would be money, like welcoming her into the family, and the friends and family that are there too. So it's like that's why it's a part. That's why people are dancing. It's like it's a happy thing. You showing people like I'm excited.
I'm excited to have you in the family.
So do you understand why you had to pay money before you come in though?
Yeah. She'll tell me all those things like before. Because she was telling me like, oh yeah, you're not going in if you don't pay. They're gonna say why you're here for, who you're here for, So all those questions, and she actually asked me at the entrance before I come in. So, but it was great.
Right. I mean, all those questions too are like to. So even when they say like, we know where you're there, of course. That's probably just a cultural thing. But the reason why they're making you a little hard on you is to like they want you to earn her. You already earn her by charming her or whatever, but like now you're trying to show everybody that hey, you're a gentleman.
Yeah.
The way you approach things. I mean, again, some of it's kind of old school, but when you grow older, you understand why.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's part of the culture, and I like, it's amazing that keep going on, because like so many people lost their culture throughout the year, throughout the time, because of like they want to be more modernized, I would say. So that's good that you guys keep your culture and then still follow it through and then do what you need to do to keep it on,
Right. I mean, I'm a little biased on that because I'm from it, but it's funny that to me it's like I've not been to a Nigerian traditional wedding in a long time. I actually really enjoy just watching it again. I used to think it's annoying because when I used to go as a kid to like my uncle and my auntie's wedding, man, it takes
so long,
because I'm a kid, so I'll be in the back. So now imagine everybody from the brides and groom family introduce themselves. By the time they get to me, I'm already bored. I'm just like, what am I doing here? But I get why now. Does that make sense? It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. So, and then you guys both dancing. Then you brought fruits, right? You brought stuff.
We brought my family and I brought a bunch of gifts. Right.
Nice. That's what's up. So in that basket that you guys brought that have fruits. I mean, I know you guys you already know this, but can you explain like what are the things you guys brought and what does it mean?
Her family told us what to bring. Okay. So like we know we had to bring fruit baskets and then like gift and then non-alcoholic wine, all those things like they asked for us to bring, and then we did bring them, and then a lot of other people also brought gift, and then we put all of them together, but not knowing all those gifts came back to us after we got married. I didn't know. I thought why? No, I don't know.
So it's because Yoruba culture don't sell their kids, their children. Okay. So it's a loan. If you mess up on the loan, we're gonna take it back.
Oh, okay.
So they used to sell it back in the day, and I think the tradition is to take it and then give it back to you. And it's a traditional exchange to let you know that if you don't treat a daughter the way you promise you will, she can always come back.
Oh.
So if they take those things, that means they're selling her to you. That's the way Yoruba culture, see it. Igbo culture, on the other hand, they will keep it.
Yeah.
They are different. They'll still take their daughters back, but it's almost like a metaphor.
Makes sense.
The whole thing is more of like that's what I'm saying. Like it's now that like I said, when I see it now, I'm like, oh,
it makes sense. It makes more sense.
And I'm just saying, I used to take it for granted because I'm from it.
Yeah. No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Like, to be honest, like I don't think we have this in Haiti. We don't have that. Like, I mean, they still bring gifts and all that, but it's just like for the family where you bring it, they keep it. But most of those gifts, we ended up taking it home. Like me and my wife, me and Mona ended up taking it home with us. So it's not like they kept it or like her family kept it. So
I mean, that also too, like, to be clear again, like I said, the tradition is different from each family. Yoruba culture and different part of Yoruba culture to some, I think in Jebu, they would take it sometimes. They would take it sometimes, but most of the time, it's supposed to give it back to you.
Oh,
it's supposed to take it and give it back to you. Like, hey, we're not selling our daughter. If you don't treat her right, we'll take her back.
Take it back.
And then the fruit basket that you brought, that I used to pray for you guys. All those fruits symbolize something. All those lists they give you, that was the reason for it. So I believe, I think the oranges. I'm gonna do a batch of this, but I believe I think maybe banana is supposed to be sweet. You are supposed to have a sweet life. There's certain fruits that symbolize like being fruitful, which means you're gonna have multiple kids. So like there's all these deeper meaning to all those things. That it's part of it. That if someone doesn't know, you think like, man, why are they making me bring fruits?
No. And then one thing I realized too, because like from that place where we had the introduction, we took all the gifts to Muna's mom, in order for her to pray over it, and then before we could pick it up. So she take it home, pray over it. After like a couple of days, she called us saying we can come pick it up, which like was amazing because I'm like, wait, what? I didn't know that. It's not something that we do in Haiti, but like all those things, just like, because when I ask people, was like, it's because not all gift are gift. If you know, you know. You know
I
what
know.
I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Not all gifts are gifts.
Yeah. I mean,
So
let's expand on that.
okay, so the reason why is because of like some people, like the same way, not everybody happy because you're happy.
Yeah.
Not everybody is happy because of your blessing.
Right.
So it's the exact same way. Not all gifts are gifts because some people give you gifts. It's the reason I say it's not really gifts because of like they do witchcraft or they do certain thing that can gonna later affect your life or your partner's life or your both of your lives in general.
Yeah.
So that's why therefore her mom take the gift to her house, pray over it, and I didn't pray over it for a couple of days, and then we can pick it up later. So no matter then from there, since we believe in God, we believe that like from those prayers,
right,
even when we bring it back home, nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
So since you show it as a gift, so since we pray over it, it's technically a gift now. Right. Whatever you plan is not gonna happen anymore.
Right. That's important because some people thinks like either juju is real or whatever. It's all controversial, whatever. But some people will like engage in traditional cultural stuff and then they don't respect the tradition to the core. I mean, it's important to understand like part of anything that's called tradition. It means that people will have bad intention.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it always happens or it always works, but it's safer to just pray. And assume like
there's nothing.
There's something.
There's nothing. So I forgot who said it. Like I took a philosophy class. I really forgot who was the author, but he was like, let's just take for example, there is no God. You ended up living your life believing there is no God, and then you ended after you pass, there is a God. You just mess up. Now you go to hell. Imagine living your life believing in God, and after you pass, there is no God. You have nothing to lose either ways.
Right.
So, and then that's one ideology I believe. Like I grew up in a Christian family, so I know there is a God. But at the same time, like people who don't, I'm like, you believing, there's nothing wrong with it if you believe, and there's nothing wrong if you don't believe. It's your choice. Everybody have their choice. But at the end of the day, I'm like, so it's the same way for a lot of people don't believe in witchcraft either.
Right.
But does it exist? Yes.
Yeah.
So therefore,
there's a possibility.
There's a possibility.
My dad always told me this. He says there is abundance of black energy and there's only little light. And I used to not understand that, but then as I grow and if you think about it, like outside the Earth, it's all dark, right? At least before you get closer to that galaxy, it's just dark and quiet. It's all dark matter. What do you call it? Is it black matter? Whatever. Yeah. It's dark in there. And then the lights, even though the sun is far away, it's only just this tiny light in the midst of so many dark energy. I mean, without getting to like astronomy, it's just like if you have bad intention, that just happens quickly than positive energy. Positive stuff take a lot of time of believing and praying.
It does.
But negativity works easy.
Fast. It's because we live in the world like there's more negativity than positivity.
Right.
Like a lot of the time people was like, I want you to be successful. They're with you. But once you become successful, hate comes in.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
That's true.
Huh? That's true. They always like, yeah, man, I cannot wait for you. I cannot wait. Yeah. And then boom. When it happened, sometimes that even happen in the church. The same people that helping you pray to have blessings, bro. I'm not lying. If even the people that's helping you pray, it's like, God, please help that person. You ask for prayer, they come and pray. It's almost like they're praying from the mouth, but in their heart saying that it's not gonna happen. And then when it actually happen, jealousy comes in. So it happened everywhere. So you just have like, I heard something the other day. They said like, what was it again? It's about like knowing who that's around you. The people that's actually happy when you're happy. Those are your real friends.
Yeah, I think it's Jordan Peterson that said that. So you need to be friends with people that you can tell good news to. Yeah, and they would generally be happy for you.
Yep, exactly.
That one's hard.
It is. I
mean, I didn't take it as like other people. I take it for me. Like I take it for me. Like and I'm not saying it from a place of hatred or whatever. Like, if someone's telling me something, it's funny. Like, let's say, for example, like a few nights ago, my friend just called me, text me, on my good friend, that he's going to a Dave Chappelle show, and Chris Rock. And I actually really do want to go to that show. But I can't fly to Seattle, and I can't afford a ticket. So when you hear that, your first instinct, you'll be like, man, I wish, right? Yeah. But then I remember, like, oh no, like, I have to be happy for him. Like, I called him immediately. He didn't pick up, actually, but I just text him. That's his moment, because I'm gonna have my moment too. Yeah, that's his time. I just have to, like, I'm thank God I was able to kind of switch it, but I think that's what it is.
And a lot of people don't know how to do that.
Right.
That's the thing. A lot of people don't know how to be happy, genuinely happy, with somebody who's genuinely happy. So that's something you have to work on yourself, knowing that, like, that's his time. Like, to be honest, one of the biggest ideology my mom always says, like, not all your fingers are the same length.
Right.
Not all your fingers are the same length. Everybody have their days. So you just have to wait for yours.
100%, man. Yeah, and I think too, like, it's just like you said, there's nothing more like being able to celebrate with your friend, man, and like, oh, genuinely, man, they're happy for you. So, like, I just always remember, like, when someone is going through anything happening, I'm just stoked for them, because I'm like, man, yeah, you did it. Because I'm also like big, like, and I hope people think this, or at least try to think in this way, or at least be open-minded enough to think this way. Like, when you're happy for people, people can feel it.
Oh yeah,
they can sense it, and they want to be around you more. Because you're like, man, that guy's, man, makes my day even better when something good happened for me. They, you know what I'm saying? They remember. People don't forget that. You know
no, definitely.
Yeah, but anyways, so wedding week. So the process. Let's say, for example, there's a process. If someone's marrying a Yoruba woman, a Yoruba girl, a Yoruba lady, so they have Thursday. They have court marriage. So introduction have to be before the court marriage.
Before, introduction,
And then if you want to do it in sequence, then Saturday is like the big wedding that you guys are going to do in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And then I think Sunday is like Thanksgiving again. You go to church again.
You go to church, yeah.
So
I feel like it start on Friday. So I feel like, no, actually Thursday, like you said, Thursday. Marriage, right? So no, Thursday is introduction. Friday court marriage.
Okay.
And then Saturday is the actual traditional wedding. And then Sunday you go to church and give thanks. Yeah. So like 4 days. Yeah.
4 days of wedding, man.
Yeah. That's the typical sequence. So
are you excited to go home tonight? It will be your first time to go to Nigeria. When I'm saying home, because you're in law now.
Yeah.
Nigeria, so it's home to you now.
Yeah, that'll be my very first time in Africa.
You excited?
I'm excited. I'm pumped.
And you're gonna throw your own party in Africa, bro.
Hey, welcome home.
So is one of your boys? Some of us gonna go with you too? You think?
Yeah, some of them said they will go. Some of them said definitely. Like Uncle G said, definitely will go, because like he's been going to Africa
for a
while. Almost every year he goes. Like I think this year he went to Congo, and then also to South Africa. So yeah, so that's gonna be my first time in African continent. I cannot wait, to be honest.
Yeah,
I want to walk to that port of no return. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Oh, you want to go there?
Yeah,
Badagry, Lagos.
Yeah, I still want to go there to walk back in.
Whenever I go home, I'm gonna try to go there. I've not been. I'm from Lagos, but I have not been there. It's just ironic. I actually know about it when I got to the United States, ironically. But I've heard about it before. I think I've heard about it, but I actually didn't see the image of it. I didn't really know what it meant. Because again, you don't know a lot of these things.
Yeah.
I just don't know the details of it.
Yeah, it's because of like when they were used to sell slave, and that's the port they usually take them. And then they know once they get in that boat, they're not coming home. That's why they call it port of no return. So because once they pass that, there's death or not going back. So
it's crazy to think about. It's really crazy to think about that was just a couple of hundred years ago. It's crazy. And it's crazy that Lagos was one of the port that was used. And then I know Badagry. That sounds like crazy. Yeah. I've been to Badagry multiple times with my mom.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just be ready for mosquito, bro. Lagos mosquito is different.
Hey, I'm from Haiti.
Oh, you guys got mosquitoes?
Oh, yeah, we are. I mean, our mosquito is not as big as here in America, though. America, mosquitoes, I don't know what they eat. They're really big,
But, like, do you guys have malaria in Haiti?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Crazy. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, it's same thing.
Same thing, huh?
Same thing, similar. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have sugar cane. That's why I know you guys are.
Yeah, we have.
You guys
It's
with
warm.
some
It's warm
people.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Warm. Hey, Haiti at some point was the main um exporter of sugarcane. At some
Word.
point, yeah, we had more sugarcane coming from Haiti to give sugar to most of the world for a long time.
I'm excited to eat sugar cane when I go
Yeah,
home.
me,
Hopefully
me
next year.
too, me too.
I
Oh,
can
I was in Miami not long ago, and that was one thing I was looking forward for. Like, I'm not a big mango guy. I mean, we have a lot of mango. I'm not really a big man, but sugarcane.
They used to cut it with your teeth too.
Oh yeah,
Take the whole thing
yeah,
out.
the whole thing down.
I used to peel it and I would suck on
Yeah,
it.
that's
Man, so
bad.
gross, bro.
Well, I didn't do that though when I was in Miami. So they peel it for me. I just ate
You must
it.
civilized now, huh? Dude.
Yeah.
I remember when my mom used to just like stop doing that, and I just like using my teeth and I
You're
was
using
suck
your
on it
own
and I would
teeth,
throw
just
it out.
because you bite the part to peel it, and then you just eat the top part where there's a bunch of sugar cane
Yeah.
inside. So what I've been wanting though is just like those machine where they press the sugar cane and just get the
The
juice.
juice out.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
That's another thing too. Like I've noticed with like American diet. When I had my first maybe dentist appointment maybe like about 3 or 4 years ago. For how much food all my life I never been to the dentist. And my teeth was, I think I have one cavity, and I think that cavity probably was also developed from being in
From being
America.
here, yeah.
It's funny that because you have the process of like as a kid, right? Because you have to peel the sugar cane and it's hard. You can cut your lips and all that.
Yeah.
You don't eat that much sugar cane. But now if you think about it, if you get an orange juice here, you get it in a box already pressed. All the work is gone.
Gone.
If I want to eat like orange or mango, I have to climb a tree. There's a process to it. Like,
there's a process.
I don't eat
that
6,
make you
7
not do
hours.
it. And then it's not even that too. As you're trying to eat something, you're already exercising towards that thing.
Climbing that tree, right?
Climbing a tree, getting that mango. Or if you don't want to climb, you have to hold something to try to get that mango. Your arms, by the time you get a couple mangoes, are already hurting.
I would tell you right now, man, I would tell you a secret. When I used to steal my grandma, that's some like sugarcane farm, because they have to like have the sugarcane close to like a river. And I remember once I can detect, before I used to try, because whenever they have the farm, you can just, sugarcane is not really hard because again it's like a swampy area.
Yeah, yeah.
Just don't get sunk in them because they're silt water. So I would just take it out of the pouch and just run with it.
With the roots in there.
And this is another thing about stealing those. You have to cut them with your knees so you can fix your back.
Yeah.
And then you forget them, and then guess what? The sugarcane water will be in the back bottom of the bag, and then there will be like ants in your bag.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just telling you, man. There's no way you're gonna do these things for there's so many. You're gonna so many things will go bad.
Yeah, there's so many things. So,
and then once I know how to detect like a ripe sugarcane, bro, for like a summer there, bro, I was on fire, bro.
No, that happened to me when I was in Dominican Republic, because where I live, I was like just outside the capital city of Santo Domingo, so somewhere called La Palette de Jaina. Man, like my cousin that I was with, they literally work. Like, to be honest, that's the first time I've ever like know how like yam come to be, like sugar cane come to be, because I grew up in the capital city of Port-au-Prince, so I have nothing related to like
the
farm world. So it's when I was there, I learned a lot of things about farming. I was like, man, that's crazy. I used to just eat, and then so what ended up happening, we started working. So we helped their grandpa, my cousin's grandpa, with stuff during the day when we don't have school, just so we can get sugar cane or yam or like anything we can get.
Nice.
You know,
nice farm.
yeah. So it was nice. It was pretty cool. But I'm glad I did, because I learned a lot.
All right. So I'm gonna do a little segue, bro. We're just talking about something offline before we start.
Yeah.
We're talking about like African players playing for European countries, and I'm saying this because today, at least when we're recording this, is a day before the final World Cup.
Yeah,
Argentina is playing
France. Yeah,
and I hope Argentina wins. Big Messi fan here. But it's crazy to see how England and France have all these African stars, and we were just discussing it. I'm not like we're in any political position to, make any big changes, but and then we were kind of talking about that and how that tie into like investing long term in Africa. And I know like it's also a complicated question because when you're in poverty or poor, you don't have time to invest. But I guess my question to you is like, how do you think we as immigrant, or at least people like us, going back home, what are the things that we can do to kind of adjust those things so that we don't keep giving away our stars to Europeans?
No. But to be honest, it's gonna be hard because us in general, there's nothing we can do other than the people and the power to make the change. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, like, we can riot as much as we want. We can, like, voice as much as we want. But those people in power, it's all about money, getting that money. So nobody get in the way of them making money. So at the end of the day, we can talk as much as we want, but the only way I see it change is just like how can we take the power away from those people who already have the power to make those changes.
I mean, we also have a little bit of power though, I think, as individuals.
Do we? Let's just say back in our country, do we? Though no matter how democratic we are,
right?
You think like you have freedom of speech. There's no such thing because you talk, they're taking you away, and you know that. You know?
Right.
So at the end of the day, so it's gonna be hard. I know some days it's gonna happen, but it's gonna be hard because it's gonna require big changes. Like, so for people to focus more and like the outcome of the country other than their pocket, the outcome of what the nations need then rather than their pocket, and all those things gonna require big change.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of the time it's just hard. Like, I watched a documentary on YouTube. I don't remember the name, but it was very, very sad story. So what happened? You have fake recruiters going to those poor country in Africa, scouting real talent, players that actually know how to play. They really good, that could represent their country. They scout them saying that they will be able to make them get to Premier League, make their family pay a lot of money, take them outside of Africa and drop them in Europe with nothing, not even their passport. Literally just drop them. So they when they get there, they have to work. They have to try to survive. And their family think like, oh yeah, they're probably working so they can make it. Like, fake scout going to Africa, taking advantage of like poor people. Yeah. Scouting good players and literally just drop them in France or anywhere. Just drop them. Once they get there, the scout is gone. And then now they have the talent. They can try out for club, but they cannot play for the club because they don't have any paper that show them they're actually citizen or even resident. So they cannot even play.
I mean, I don't think we live in our countries enough to have a formulated opinion, because at this point we live in America, so we're kind of looking from outside in. But I'm always on the mindset of like, I'm hoping like a diasporan or someone that at least have experienced a different culture will make it to a place of power at some point. And I know like when you're surviving mode, like what we go through in Africa or like Haiti, you just have so much things you have to value. But I just hope like we can at some point stop choosing our now and hopefully invest in the future. But I don't think it's the problem of the people. The people don't trust the government. When you don't have a trust of the government that the government is going to do what is right, you're not going to invest in it. You're going to take whatever you can now.
Yeah, but justice is earned or justice is not given.
That's what I'm saying. They don't earn it.
That's the thing. So in order for you to choose, so in order for you to choose, they have to earn your choice. But if since so long ago they've never earned it, why choose them now? Because you cannot just blindly choose somebody to do the right thing.
Especially when you've been hurt over and over again. I mean, I remember as a kid and my high school, I think it was a commissioner or whoever, the representative of our district or whatever. And I remember like they didn't do anything for 4 years, and right before the election, and they came and they just paint our classes. It's always like overnight. Like you go home, you come back, your classes have been painted, and there's like a water tanker. They will paint that too, even though there's no water in it.
Oh. It's all about
it's
it.
crazy.
It's politics. Politics. You tell people what they want to hear, knowing that you're just lying to them. But hey, make say sweet stuff, and then guess what? Most people are just like, oh yeah, that's true. Like it's a psychology.
So do you think? Because I think like there's a level of accountability to us too, like diasporans that live here, and I think that's why I have this conversation, because I'm hoping, even if we can get to this political powers, even if we just have an ear of someone that could make a change and just give them like a different point of view, because I think it's all about point of view. I don't think there's some things that I like about America. There's so many things I don't like about America as well.
Oh yeah,
but I just think like, man, just the basic stuff, like water, electricity, school, like. At this point, man, at least some, even if not all cities in Africa, at least some major city, like the capital should be happening. We shouldn't have sewage, openly, and mosquitoes just eating people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so bad,
definitely.
Like, and I think sometimes when you're talking about that, it seems like it's because you were here and you're comparing.
No, it's not about comparing. It's about like infrastructure for the people. Because I bet those people like who's in power, who have the money, they're not living the same way everybody's living.
That's the sad part.
Yeah, where they are, there's no mosquitoes.
Right. Their kids don't even go to school in Nigeria.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So that's the thing. So it's not, they don't care. Like, to be honest, let's just say as of right now, me and my wife ended up having a kid. That kid would be able to play soccer for either Haiti, Nigeria, or United States. Right?
That's a lucky kid right there.
Yeah. No, but at the end of the day, would I make a choice that, oh no, you should represent Haiti?
Right.
No, I'm not. Where did you get the resources to learn what you learn?
America. That's true.
Oh, there you go. That's my answer. Like, wherever that, because let's just say, if I was born here, I would have probably be an athlete.
Definitely me too.
I think
so.
If I was born here, I would be playing some type of sport. I know professional. I know I would.
I was playing soccer as a kid and I would get beat.
Bro, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. Literally, like, at some point, if I'm by the field, people are going to be like, yeah, we want this guy in our team because of my left foot. You know? Is that, is it left? Is it lefty? Come on. Because, left foot, they usually shoot harder. And then, like, so yeah. So it's like, we want this guy in our team. But at the end of the day, I wanted to play sport here when I came. I did track and field. My very first time doing track and field ever at Whitworth University, my sophomore year. I run at 11:20. My 100 meters.
So that's already been in you.
Yeah, like the coach wanted me to continue. It was like my very, very first time ever doing track and field.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, I run 11 second 20. So the coach wanted me, but hey, I got to pay bills, man. I stopped and I ended up going to work because during that time it was rough for me. It was really rough. So I had to quit and go work. Yeah. So, it's about resources. Like that's why a lot of the players, like let's just say for example, Kylian Mbappe playing for France. He grew up in France. That's where he learned all those things. If he was in Africa, nobody wouldn't know about him. Yeah, like Alphonso Davies playing for Canada. He left from a refugee camp. That's where he get the resources, and I'm not mad at any of them.
No, I don't.
To be honest,
Like I said, I think it's all on our leaders to give us better infrastructure. So that way our stars can be in Africa and they can represent Africa, and African games can be bigger, because if these stars are in Africa, do you know how big African games will be?
Let me tell you from this World Cup, right?
Yeah,
there's two brothers, one older brother and younger brother. I don't remember the name. One is representing a team in Africa, and then the other younger brother is playing for Spain. They are brothers. Each decide to play for the team they want to play. The older brother probably traveled to Spain when he was a little older. The younger probably was born in Spain.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So they have different
different ideas, different ideology. Even though he get the resources in Spain, but he chose to go back to play for his country. But the younger brother just play for Spain. There's so many examples. Look at Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Right. Yeah.
He he played for Greece.
I mean, he was born in Lagos, bro.
Yeah, they were born in, but that's where they get the resources. So they represent wherever they learn it. Because if they were in Nigeria, probably would never make it to the NBA. So at the end of the day, we have people with talent. We have to invest in them. If we don't be mad if somebody else come and invest in them. We can't be mad.
Nah, yeah.
Because if you're not doing anything, so should they wait on the government? Should they wait on the people to do it for them? No, you get what you get. You get what you invest. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be mad at any player who decide to play for a different country. I'm not gonna be mad at my kids if they decide to play for United States. I'm not. I'll support them. Right. At the end of the day, that's a decision my kids will have to make. You can represent Nigeria. You can represent Haiti. You can represent the U.S. You decide. But I don't think I've seen any Nigerian government people come and say like, "Hey, let me help you with your kids." I'm not gonna see any Haitian government saying like, "Hey, let me help you with your kids. He got talent. Let me invest." No. Right. We'll do all the investment while we're here. Right. So might as well.
So, is there anything you think like we diasporans can do like right now, to help this issue we talked about? Is there anything we can do? I mean, again, because I really think what we're having this conversation is just like it's almost like to stimulate us on how to think, because I think deep down almost everybody I've talked to, at least from like different countries, we all want the best for our country. We still have love for our home country.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We hope we can go back home and do it changes, but there's so many things to worry about when you go back home. There's so many things, because now people judge you. People like, again, it's like they didn't want to listen to your point of view, because now you're like, oh, you're acting white or you're acting American.
Yeah, but the thing is, the first thing is like building infrastructure where you invest in the youth, because the youth is the future.
So is that how we can do that? Diaspora?
As diaspora, yeah. Diaspora. We can invest in other kids' future.
Okay. So do you think we should have businesses in our home, or do you think we can be angel investor, maybe like create situations or invest in people that are back home that can build stuff? What do you think?
If your country is safe enough for you to invest, to build businesses, you do it. As of right now, Haiti is like at a point where like it's just so bad. Like it's really bad. Like people are literally dying with hunger because they cannot step outside of the house because of gang violence. They cannot even go buy food. That's how bad it is.
Do you have family back at home still?
I have one of my half sisters still back in Haiti, but she live in the countryside. But even then, like you cannot even travel from one city to another city without like something happen, because there's gang everywhere.
So what happens to the police? Or like, what is it?
The gang have bigger guns than the police.
Who's funding the gangs?
Good question. That's a good question, crazy. But which I don't have the answer for.
So this gang violence that you're talking about, so is it between, like, is it like a drug gang, or is it like just
no, it's just gang, like
just like
territory
Bloods and Crips like in America?
No, it's not even that. It's just like, if it was that wouldn't affect everybody. That would affect the people who's only affiliated. But it's just them trying to get more money, just do whatever. I think there's like at least 9 to 15 different gang claiming territories, claiming everything.
Yeah, I think I watch a YouTube. There's a guy that goes to different country that does documentary. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
And I think he had one where he went to Haiti and was just showing them crossing different part of like Haiti. I mean, he went to like one of the poorest parts.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And it was just like someone had a gun or someone was shooting when they were there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't believe anything I see on YouTube because I'm not saying that guy is faking it, but sometimes I just feel like people also fish for things like that, you know.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
they want
like,
to like the
is there
crazy
is
part.
certain part that's safe? Yeah, like let's just say, for example, Cap Haitian. Cap Haitian, that's where most people have been going so far. When they go to Haiti, they just flow straight to Cap Haitian and then chill there because it's kind of safer. But at the end of the day, all of the main cities, like the Port-au-Prince in general, people barely can go around. So would I decide to go do a business in Haiti?
No.
No. So I'd rather go do business anywhere else
Oh, yeah,
but
but
Haiti at
Haiti.
this time. So if your country is safe enough to do it, and as a diaspora you want to invest in your country, I literally say yes, do it.
I mean, Nigeria too, like we're going through a bad recession right now. And, you know, when my brother always make a point, it's like whatever money you invest in Africa, it's almost like buying crypto. Just assume that you lose it because it's not coming back. At least not the same way.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine someone that have a property in Nigeria like maybe 2 years ago, that property now have lost value like 10-20%. Like the rates of recession there, it's just nuts. And then now that dollar is rising up and dollar is doing good, like $1 is like 700, you know, naira, you know, and it was like 500 like this. It was 500 earlier this year. Like it's in one calendar year. Like it's not even 2 years. So like you can't. I mean, those are the concerns. You know what I'm saying? Like these are legit concerns because if you, because I know a friend that took money out here that went to invest in Nigeria was just telling me like, man, it's hard. You know, I mean, he went against all odds. You know, he went with his heart. He wants to have something that tie him to go back home so he can be visiting home. Good intention. Yeah, I personally think just the timing is just wrong. Like, I mean, during COVID, like I saw what was happening here, and I was like, if here is struggling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
I mean, I told my mom right when COVID happened, before like even they started locking down Africa and all that, I was like, Mom, if you have any money, just go save it. I'm like, if things are bad here, it's not good.
It's not.
If it's bad here and businesses are like gym are closed down, like it's gonna be worse over there.
Oh yeah. So many gym clubs shut down because they couldn't. Yeah. Imagine taking a loan to open that business. Because I know a gym that was recently open during COVID, like recently, like just opened up. Imagine during that time, it was like, ugh,
yeah,
that thing shut down really quick.
One of the best advice I think I ever received, and shout out to Mr. Josh Neblett, man. It was from my owner of my company, and I was telling him like about how I wanted to start a gym. It was literally like 2019, I think December, and he's like, no, you should just focus on like having low investment, like just create videos and start a website. Like those things are like 200-300, and see how much work you can put in a year, and then think about it. Literally 3 months after that COVID happened, I was just like, thank you, because I was so ready. I was gonna rent a garage. I was gonna do this garage one where you rent and you just put your stuff in there. So I'll have, because he was telling me this, like, you're gonna have rent, you're gonna have overhead, and you have a day job, right? It's like, so like, what are you gonna put there? You're gonna hire someone? Okay, cool. You hire someone. Then how are you gonna be able to differentiate between your work and taking care of that? It's like it just doesn't make sense for you right now. And thank God I listened.
That's good, bro.
That was a good advice.
Hey, you know what you could have think too? It was like, maybe he just want me here as a worker. He doesn't want me to succeed. You could have taken it this way.
Oh no,
but no, that's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, though,
right?
Advice. People, when you ask people for advice, they give you advice.
You have to take it.
You have to take it somehow.
I mean, it's hard because you also like, and then have my other friend. So I have a good friend of mine. I don't even know him, Tanner. He's a smart marketing guy. Really, really smart. So I just think like his job is to just like whenever I have an idea, he would just shit on them, and I'm just like, all right, cool. I like to prove him wrong, but he has really good ideas. But I also fight for I'm always fighting for the right to think, because I think if I'm always giving it to people to think for me, then I'm gonna stop knowing how to think for myself, and that's my biggest fear.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes I will purposely, even though an idea sounds good, I will be stubborn and do it my own way first. Then okay, if I learn or if I start doing it, I'm like, cool, maybe he's right, then I'll go back and lead back that way. But I mean, for the guy, I mean, he has nothing to lose. I mean, he has money. Because he also gave me an example. Because when I asked him the question, I was like, as someone that started a business, what would you advise I do at this point? And he's like, one of the things I learned is that once you start a business, you can't stop it. Because he has been there for like almost 10 years. Like, you can't stop it. You have to be there every day. You can't take vacations. You can, and this is your life now. So he's saying
until the business is fully successful.
Yeah, well, I mean, well,
but at the beginning you have to be.
But even when it's successful, bro, I mean, it's you have to have someone that you really trust to leave, because you can go to vacation and come back and your whole thing you worked on is gone. Yeah. So that's what he was pointing out. He's like, you're thinking of the good part of it, but you're not really thinking about like the process of having a business.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, oh man, that's true. It's like, also it's like you're not from here, you're not from Spokane. You don't have a lot of like social real estate. So start small, build it. Also, like if you have a website and you create video, you'll be able to prove to yourself how hard you want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank God, because video was the only thing that was still going on even when COVID was happening. I wasn't losing anything. I was just progressing. And
actually doing COVID video actually get more popularity.
Yeah, but I mean, I really wish I started earlier. I mean, if I'm creating the videos I'm creating now during COVID, I'll definitely have blown up. Again, timing is everything.
Yeah.
But I know, like, whenever the next wave is, whatever the next thing is, I was just telling someone that, like, TikTok's about to get banned. I'm hoping and praying that happens, because I'm creating on YouTube Shorts now. So it's like, if YouTube become the main place, because all those traffic on TikTok is gonna have to be somewhere. If they come to TikTok, I'm on YouTube, I'll be ready. It's because of the work I've been putting in the last year. And we're just thinking about it. You have to invest. You have to invest.
Yeah, it's not one day. Nothing's gonna happen in one day. It's slowly. It's a gradual thing. It's just slowly, like, building up.
Right.
So,
well, I hope after your wedding, your next, is it 20? Not next year. 2 years from now, right?
Yeah, but it's already December, so let's just say a year from now.
Woo! Yes, sir. Welcome to the Yoruba tribe.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Thank you for coming, man. Thank you for listening to this episode of Diaspora Podcast. For more episodes, please subscribe below.